What are the markets in economics? The focus of this lecture is to discuss about the main types of the markets. There are usually two main types of the markets. The perfect markets, in real sense, they do not exist in the real world, and others are the perfect markets, do not have any of the characteristics of a perfect market. So there are four types of the markets: monopoly, oligopoly, monopolistic competition, and monopsony. So what is the perfect competition? A perfect competition is a market where the large number of the firms are price takers. The firms who are present in that market are the price takers, means they have to accept the price. Whatever the price is present to the market, they have to accept. The large number of the buyers are also present in the large quantity. There is a freedom of entry and exit. Firms, sellers and buyers, they are free to enter in the market and to leave the market. Perfect knowledge. All the buyers and sellers have the perfect knowledge about the availability of the products and the price. And the product they are selling is homogeneous. Homogeneity means similarity. The firms present in the market, they are selling the identical product in the market. So these are the features of the perfectly competitive market, and such kind of the market is non-existence. Another market is the only one dominant firm is the monopoly. We have monopoly is that market where only one dominant firm present. The strength of any monopoly is determined by the barriers to entry and the availability of the substitutes. In the perfectly competitive market, no barriers to entry are there, but in the monopoly, huge number of the barriers. The more barriers you found in the market, the more monopoly the firm or the market will be. They can charge above the normal price but don't have a free region. A rein on what they can charge is there will be a limit to what customers will pay. The monopolistic firms, they have the power to charge whatever price they have to sell. But there are certain limitations from the governments, somehow from the authorities. A monopoly that is too powerful may be investigated by the government. Nowadays, governments are not allowing. So, a monopoly is any firm that holds more than 25% share in the market is called a monopoly. Oligopoly is another type of the market. It is that market, the market here is dominated by few large firms. This type of the market is dominated by the few large firms. Firms are markets that have this structure are soap powder, supermarkets and petrol pumps, or the petrol. Firms with two dominant firms are called a duopoly. If the market has only two firms, they have the dominancy or the control on the means two sellers are only available in the market of a particular product is called the duopoly. Each firm has a branded or differentiated product in the oligopoly. It has a lot of influence in the market and can charge its own and competitors' market share. It can affect its own market share or its competitors' market share. To expand or maintain market shares, firms want to use non-price methods. This can include advertising or branding. Competition on price can lead to costly price wars, which is not good for the business. Firms sometimes in this type of the market will pull collide or collude to fix prices, limit outputs, or share out a market. This is called cartel. Firms they create cartels to manipulate the prices. Monopolistic competition is another type of the market. It's not the monopoly or not even the competition. There are a large number of the firms, but each firm produces a branded or differentiated product. Each firm has a bit of control over price and its market share. There are weak barriers to entry, examples like the restaurants, taxi businesses, hairdressers. There is another type of the market. This is a market where monopoly is the market where there is only one buyer present in the market. The buyer has a huge amount of power to dictate price, product design and delivery. Supermarkets have a degree of monopoly power over many of their suppliers. So, what is the product differentiation? This is when suppliers try to create difference between their products and those of the competition. The real difference include design and quality. The imaginary differences include advertising and brand image. Means the product's differentiation means any kind of the design difference, the quality difference, or imaginary differences include the advertising and the brand image. Barriers to entry. What is the meaning of the barriers to entry? The barriers to entry, these prevent any potential competitors from getting into an industry. Means they are not free to enter in the market, they can either be deliberate or natural. So the deliberate barriers include the marketing barriers. High spending on advertising can create a strong brand image and loyalty, which new firms will find hard to welcome, just like washing powders, breakfast cereals. So there are some sort of the deliberate barriers. These are created through the marketing efforts. Restrictive trade barriers is strategy that restricts competition, refusing to sell to a retailer who buys from a rival, refusing to sell unless they buy the whole range, using predatory pricing to drive out competition. Means such kind of these efforts are made not to allow the retailers to sell the competitors' products. There are also natural barriers. Natural barriers include the costs, capital costs. Entry costs to some industries are very high. Car manufacturing requires huge kind of the cost. So it's not very easy for everyone. Some costs paid but not recovered. These are the costs that can't be recovered if the firm's sales can include advertising costs and research and development. Another barrier to entry is the economies of scale. Large firms can gain huge economies of scale, which new entrants will find hard to compete with existing firms, will have lower average cost. So the economies of scale means when producing the large quantity decreases the per unit cost, we say the firm is enjoying the economies of scale. There are legal barriers also. The law can prevent new entrants to a market, includes patents and the copyrights. These are also the barriers which cannot allow the competitors to produce similar type of the products. The pricing. The pricing in the perfect markets, the price here is determined by the interaction of demand and supply. How the prices are determined in different types of markets. In the perfect market, the price is determined by the interaction of the demand and supply. Each firm has to accept the equilibrium. pricing strategies in the different types of markets. The perfect markets are those markets where large number of buyers and sellers are present. The price determined in these types of markets are through the demand and supply. Each firm has to accept the equilibrium price for their product. They cannot charge price higher than the equilibrium or the market price, and we call the firms the price takers. They have to take or accept the price which is prevailing in the markets. In the perfect markets, firms in these markets can adopt a number of strategies. In imperfect markets, firms can vary the prices, their prices can be different. The decision on what to price is determined by how much competition there is. Fall into two groups. Cost-based pricing means cost plus pricing. Price is set by working out the average cost and adding a markup of profit. Average cost is suppose £1 and markup is 10%, then the price would be £1.10 sterling. Firms with little competition can use this method, cost plus pricing. The advantages to cost plus pricing is it is very quick and easy method. It ensures sales revenue will cover total cost and make firms profits. The disadvantages of cost plus pricing: fixed markup could be a problem if new competition was to enter the market. Contribution pricing or marginal cost pricing. Price is set to cover the variable cost. As long as price more than covers variable cost, countries will be made towards continuous efforts will be made towards fixed costs. If enough orders are received so that contribution equals fixed cost, then firms will break even. Break even is conditioned with cost and revenue equals. If contribution is greater than fixed cost, then firm is making the profit. Advantages of the contribution pricing: more flexible than the cost plus pricing of products, can take into account competitors' prices and demand by customers, can be used during poor trading so long as variable costs are covered and a contribution is made to fixed cost. Another is the customer-oriented pricing. Competition-based pricing includes when there is strong competition, firms may fix their price on what other firms in the market are charging. There may be a price leader who sets the price and the rest of the firms or market follows, just like the petrol. Another is the penetrating price. The new entrants will set a price below existing suppliers to gain a foothold in the market. This is another technique that when new entrants in the market, they set a low price just to penetrate the market or just to get a foothold in the market, with the hope that customers will become loyal to the brand and continue to buy when the price will increase. Predatory pricing: this is another type of the pricing technique used by existing firms to push out competition from the market. The firms will lower their prices so that new entrants will not be able to cover its costs. The existing firms cover its lowest by cross-subsidizing. Another pricing strategy is the monopoly pricing. Charging what the market will bear. Suppliers of unique products can charge the price they think customers will pay. Psychological pricing is also one of the pricing. Products may be priced above competition to create the idea of better quality. Some firms, they charge higher price just to create a sense that the higher priced products have the better quality. Price skimming. Suppliers of new products may charge a higher price to begin within order to maximize revenues when competitors enter the market. Price discrimination is another. Firms over the same period but over different prices to different types of customers. So, thank you very much for watching these videos. I repeat again that there are different types of the pricing strategies. Cost-based pricing, cost plus markup price. Another is the contribution pricing or marginal cost covering pricing. And customer-oriented pricing is another competition-based pricing technique. Then another penetrating pricing, predatory pricing. When firms want to push out the competitors with fixed low price, monopoly pricing, charging what the market will bear, psychological pricing, price skimming. Suppliers of new products may charge a higher price to begin with in order to maximize revenues before competitors enter the market. They charge higher prices. Price discrimination means charging different prices to different buyers. Firms over the same product but over different prices to different types of customers. Thank you very much for watching.